day, everyone. I'm Roseann of Benedict, and it is New Year's Eve day, and I am home getting ready for our New Year's celebrations that are going to be pretty darn boring. I'm going to stay in with my husband tonight and my mother, and we're going to ring in the new year together. And we will have a special dinner tonight, but for tomorrow, New Year's Day, the day I'm supposed to be starting a diet, I guess I'm going to start on January 2nd, I'm gonna go out of my Italian food element and comfort and zone, and I am going to make stuffed cabbage. And I love stuffed cabbage, and my friend Mike Gorski, April Skorbonic's husband, Mike, his mother made stuffed cabbage for me once, and I fell in love with it. And so I just called April up and asked her if she would share her mother-in-law's recipe, and she did. And I'm actually going to improvise a little bit because I have another recipe from somebody else. I don't know who gave it to me, but that called for a couple of different items. So you know me, I improvise a little bit. So the process here, and sorry about this thing, it's for my stove. I can't remove it, and I can't put the video any other place. So it looks like a microphone, but anyway, it's not. So this dish, this stuffed cabbage dish, is a little bit complicated because it's multiple steps. But, I was thinking it's no different than like lasagna or manicotti or anything else that I'm used to. So we're just going to have to figure out the steps, put it all together, and have a delicious dinner for New Year's Day. So the first thing I'm doing, I'm sauteing one large onion. And that is going to be split between the stuffing for the stuffed cabbage and also for the sauce. So what I'm going to do is actually start the sauce first, because that'll simmer for a while and get nice and delectable. So of this one large onion, I'm just going to take about a half of it and put it in the saucepan. I'm going to try not to set my sweater on fire. To that, I'm going to add 1 can of 14 ounces of diced tomato. And I'm going to add about the same amount of tomato sauce, but I only have a big can, so I'm only going to use about half of this can of tomato sauce. The rest of the can I'm going to use to make a dipping sauce for my arancini rice balls that I'm going to have for tonight's New Year's appetizers. So, yum yum. But anyway, let's get back to the stuffed cabbage. So I have onion, tomato, sauce, and tomatoes diced. I'm also going to add, and in my onions was some minced garlic. So I have onions, garlic, tomatoes right now. I'm also going to add salt and pepper. Okay, so, again, what your palate likes, that's how much pepper you can put in. I'd say about a half a teaspoon or so. And salt, just a little smidge. And then the thing that's different about this, so the sauce that you use for stuffed cabbage is really a sweet and sour sauce, a tomato sauce, sweet and sour tomato sauce. So you have to add some sweet and sour to it. So what we do for that is we add about 2 tablespoons. I'm going to cut it back because it's a little bit too sweet. I put about 1 tablespoon of sugar in there. And then to give it the sour, you can either use red wine vinegar, cider vinegar, whatever, but I saw a recipe that called for Worcestershire sauce, and so about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, so that's what I'm adding to that. So very simple, right? It's just diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, onions, garlic, sugar, and Worcestershire salt and pepper. So that's what it looks like. I'm going to put it on the stove, let it simmer for a little bit, and then what I have, and I don't know if you can see this. Let me turn my camera a little bit. I don't know what you can see. So I have a new ring light, or I have a ring light. I never had a ring light. My niece, Amanda, and her partner, Sibley, gave me a ring light for Christmas, and so I'm trying it out to make better videos because people complain that my videos are terrible, and now because the ring light's there, I can't see, and also I noticed that you see the ring light in my glasses. So, oh well. All right, so on my stove, let me see if I can bring this closer. Hold on. There we go. So on my stove, this is going to be a really bad video again. I have a pot of water boiling, and that is to cook the cabbage in. I have my tomato sauce that will be cooking our cabbage in once they're rolled. I have a pot filled with cooked rice. We'll need a cup of cooked rice when we make the cabbage rolls. And so I have a lot going on in my stove. So the next step, now that our sauce is done, the next step I'm going to do is to show you how to cook the cabbage in this pot of boiling water. So when we make the stuffed cabbage, we get a nice head of cabbage. I didn't get a too big head of cabbage because it's just the three of us for dinner, and so I don't need too much. But if you, what you need to do is just pull off any leaves that are not, that are wilted or damaged or whatever. And then you're going to just cut a little bit of the bottom off. And then you're also going to just cut a little bit of the core that's in there. And the reason that you do that is because in order to get these leaves off this cabbage head, you have to boil the cabbage for a little bit to soften the leaves. Otherwise, they'll all break. And you want to make sure that they all get cooked. And so you're just going to score this cabbage core a little bit and open it up. So, I don't know if you can see that, but that's what it looks like now. So, I'm going to take this cabbage head and I'm going to plop it. Oh, come on with me. My mother's laughing. You'll see Grandma Dolly shortly. She's going to help me roll the cabbage. So, I have my water boiling here, and you gently put the cabbage in for a couple of minutes, and I'm not going to show you the whole thing because I don't want to bore you. But you can put the cabbage in and cook it for about, 2 minutes or so. And then we're going to turn it over and cook it for another 2 minutes. And that will give us perfectly textured cabbage leaves so that we can roll the cabbage, roll the stuffed cabbage. So I'll show you in a little bit what this looks like. Okay, so it's been about 4 minutes, 2 minutes on one side and then 2 minutes on the other side. And I'm going to show you what my cabbage looks like. My mother's putting things in the dishwasher. But how you can tell, let's see if I can get this for you. All right, so I'll show you what this looks like. But when the cabbage is cooked, the leaves are going to just start coming off like this, and then they're a good texture to actually roll. So what I'm going to do is bring them over to the counter, separate the leaves, and put them on a dish towel to dry them off, and then we'll start the stuffing part of it. As I said, we have our cabbage, and the leaves you just saw come off really nicely. They're nice sized leaves. They're going to look great stuffed with chopped meat. And some people, it might be a little bit too warm on your delicate fingers to peel these cabbage leaves. But if it is, then just wait till it's cool and you can take them off. But we're going to do separate this whole cabbage head, and then we'll get to the filling. Okay, so now I have Grandma Dolly with us, who's going to help me with this next process. Mommy's going to help me make the filling for the cabbage. So you're going to add 1 pound of chopped meat in there. We're going to add the onions that I already sauteed a little bit earlier. So about a half an onion sauteed. Some of the recipes call for raw onions, but I'm not a raw onion person. We're going to put in a little pepper, about I don't know, half teaspoon. A little bit of garlic salt. We already have garlic in the tomato sauce. Not too much, because not too much. And then we're going to add the egg and a cup of rice. So here, Ma, you can put a cup of rice in that measuring spoon, or that measuring cup, and then we'll add that. Where did she put the egg? Where did you put the egg? Ah, here it is. Okay, you get the rice. So we'll add an egg. And then we're also going to add a handful of parsley. Okay. Let's see. Right here. Let me just see. Yeah, that's good. That's a cup. So cup. Yep, perfect. Okay, so we have a cup of that. And I am going to mush this around really quickly. It says to do it with your hands, and that's right up my alley because we do a lot of things with our hands, right?
Right.
When we're cooking. Looks delicious.
Yes.
It's just chopped meat, rice, onions, egg, salt, pepper, and parsley. So.
What have you got?
Okay, then what we're going to do
No.
is take this over to our leaves and show you how we're going to stuff them. Okay, so now this is the part that makes me anxious because I've not done this and I know there's a trick to it and we don't have anybody to teach us what the trick is, but I did watch a YouTube video and basically it says cut out the little bit, if there's core still in here, make a little V on the cabbage and that way it'll be easier to roll. And so we'll do that for 3 of them really quick. And then what we're going to do, and actually I'm going to take that very first leaf that's perfectly cooked. This one here, look at this one, is perfect. And it doesn't have a lot of core in it. So, okay, here you go. Oh, first what I have to do is get my pan that I'm going to cook them in and put some of the sauce in there. And I'm going to put about half of it because then the other half I'm going to put over the top of the cabbage. So we have a nice base of sauce there. And then it says just take a little bit of the cabbage, the chopped meat, and roll this one left over right, and then roll like that. And then roll it up like that. And that's what it's supposed to look like. So let's see. That was not hard. My mother's always precision. Has to make them all the same. I don't on the other hand. Okay. So left over right. And then the hard part.
Good.
They are going to be good, right?
Yeah.
And roll it up into a nice roll.
I can't remember the last time I had one.
Put a little bit more. My mother's being tight with the stuffing.
No, I didn't want to overstuff it because then they burst.
This year, 2022, Grandma Dolly's going to be celebrating New Year's Eve with us, as I said. Ma, how old are you going to be this year, 2022?
92.
How old?
92.
How old? Add a year to that.
Oh, 93?
93 this year.
Really?
Hey, girls. Well, these look good.
Yes. God, yummy.
Okay. Go ahead, you can put it there. I'll take the little cores out while you do that. It's really funny to me how, you don't know how to cook other things because that's not what you were raised with. But I do love these. And
I do too.
And tonight we're having lamb lollipops for dinner, for our New Year's dinner, with some special potato. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but probably like scallop or lyonnaise or something, potatoes.
Let me spread it out now.
Okay. So how many do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Let's do 12 of them And then we'll just stuff them a little bit more. Because unless somebody wants to come over for dinner, we'll have way too many. And they do freeze well from what I understand. But let's see, how much stuffing do you have left? Enough for like 2 or 3?
2. Maybe 2.
Okay.
Dolly, you got flowers.
Oh, where are they?
They're right here.
Oh, look at those. Those are beautiful.
What is that?
I don't know. Let me show my people, my viewers. Look
Oh,
at these purple
pretty.
things. I don't know what they are.
From who?
I don't know. Maybe a boyfriend? Do you have a boyfriend you're not
I
telling me
do.
about? All right. Well, we'll look at the flowers in a minute. Let's finish the food. But those are beautiful. What a nice
Yeah.
surprise, Ma.
Wow.
Okay. So we got these. This one. I wonder if we're supposed to roll them really, really tight.
Yes.
We are.
And then put it face down.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. A little bit more there. Can you hear my dog drinking the water?
Let's see where the flowers are from.
Okay, let's see where the flowers are from. I'm going to finish this really quickly. I put them on the table there. So this piece of cabbage didn't cook as well as the other one, so it's a little bit hard. So, I don't know, let me see. Maybe I'll just divvy up this stuffing here and not use this one. This is a perfect texture leaf. Okay. Oh, these look good already. And this, I think that's good. Okay, and then let's try to make it work. Maybe what I'll do, this is probably not allowed. I'm probably going to get yelled at by people who make stuffed cabbage. But I'm going to take the soft part of these 2 leaves.
This has
Yeah,
to
you can wash that. Put them together. Stuff the stuffing in there. Wait, Mom, shut the water off or else they hear it on the video. And then roll it up this way. Oh, that works. Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, that's nice. And then I'm going to
Nice.
stick that in there. So I hope these
good.
aren't too tight. I might have to get a bigger dish. But I think that's good. And then you pour the rest of the sauce over the stuffed cabbage. Like that. And then you bake them in the oven, 350 for about an hour and a half.
Nice.
Yeah. These look
yummy.
delicious. And I don't know whether,
Oh,
I don't know if I can,
hope it's not gonna over.
no, it won't overflow. But here's my question. Here's my question. I don't know. Can I refrigerate this and then bake it tomorrow so it's fresh? You think yes?
Yes.
Or should I bake it now and then reheat it tomorrow? I don't know.
No. I would bake it tomorrow.
You would.
Then you're gonna reheat it. If you bake it now, then you gotta reheat it. So put it in
I
there.
know, but you're not supposed to keep stuffed things in the refrigerator, right? Because then there's the whole bacteria issue. I don't know. I'm going to have to Google it or reach out to somebody I know who makes stuffed cabbage, and I'll let you know the
Because
answer.
it's cooked.
The
It's
cabbage
cooked.
is cooked, but the stuffing isn't. So, all right. I'll reach out to you. I'll let you know what the answer is in
Oh
my
my
video.
God, looks yummy.
Let's come on over, Mom. Say Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year to everyone.
Come
Stay
on.
healthy.
Stay-
Love you all. I'm glad I'm still here.
She's glad she's still here. And happy almost 93rd birthday. Can you believe you're going to be 93? In February.
Wow. 93. As long as I feel okay, I'm okay. But if I'm not,
Yep.
down. Down.
Okay, on that note, bye everybody. Happy New
Bye.
Year.
Happy New Year to everyone.